Bashim Yahushua Bahashibah Kadash. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bahashibah Kadash. Double honor to the elder apostles, elder bishops of GMF. Even the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and the sincerity, the hope of the white tabernacle of David. All right. I'm the brother Yashawan out here, right? To wake up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. We're the Hebrew Israelites who come in week in and week out to wake up the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, to get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and get back into order. All right? Because time is very short and the chariots are here. All right? All right? So, shalom, shalom. And I feel a little rushed. And here's what you got to do right now. You got to understand how Demon Watch is working right now, because the tests have begun and you're about to be challenged for order. Okay? As in, put ye first the kingdom. All right? You're about to be challenged in your order. Are you putting the kingdom first, right? Anyway, keep your eye on this, right? Spirit told me to say that real quick, right? Through the spirit of power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, so anyway, I'm going to read Wisdom of Solomon, right? 5, right? And I'll read 1 later. I'm gonna get straight to the point, because what's going on? All right. See, this devil is desperate right now. All right. This devil is desperate. If you know how to wade through, if you will, if you know how to navigate the waters of ufology, right? If you know what is real, meaning the chariots of Israel, right? These are living spiritual craft, right? Going back to, if you will, what was that movie that they made where the guy jumped inside the body? Avatar, right? In Avatar, that spiritual being, in order to get on that spiritual ride, which was an animal in this case, that animal had that little thing that was, and you had to like be at one with the spirit of that chariot. Does that make sense? Okay? Whatever that animal, I forget what it was in Avatar, but in order to ride that animal, you had to pair bond, or your spirit had to link. You had to do a spirit link. Okay? Well, it's kind of like when you're flying a real deal chariot. It's a spiritual craft. So your mind is driving, if you will. There's not a steering wheel, right? It's a spiritual thing, so it's doing what your mind is telling it to do, right? Within the capabilities or limitations of the craft itself. I want to hit a right angle, boom, pop. You can do that because you're a spiritual being. This is a spiritual craft, and you can hit that right, if you understand what I'm saying. So here's how a spiritual man, or a man of the Lord, if you will, Lord willing, we are those men, all right, can decipher the difference between a real one, which is a spiritual craft, and one that can't hit a right angle, because whoever's piloting that thing, and now they got drones, but even the drone can't, it's not a spiritual craft, right? Unless it is. I'm sure they got spiritual drones. What's flying over there? What is flying in New? Here's the thing. Oh, well, you got to explain what it is. I don't have to explain shit. All I got to do is read the scriptures. If you get it, you get it. It's a spiritual thing. The understanding of what the chariots are is a spiritual thing. And if you're not spiritual, you're not going to get it. And we do not give a goddamn. Okay, so anyway, nevertheless, is it real or is it not real in New Jersey? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. It's got the nation's attention. It's got the world's attention. And it's not only in New Jersey. Here's the thing, okay? How many, whoever's doing this, right? How many drones does he have? How many different places can you be flying drones? How many drones you got out there that you could be running missions back and forth to the mothership or whatever the fuck is going on out there? These are the questions, right? Here's the question, what's going on? Well, it's either them or it's us. When I say us, I mean we're the children of Israel. Our Air Force is the chariots of Israel. It's just that simple. But, all right, that would be us. And then them would be the man-made ones. Okay? So which one is it? Right? What do you mean man-made? Well, when you understand Roswell, right? Roswell was the Soviet Union running a psyop on the Americans, right? With the help of Joseph Mengele and those little children that he was working on in Nazi Germany, and then they moved half of those Nazi scientists under paperclip, half of them here and half of them over to the Soviet Union. So when the Soviet Union was ready to invade, they wanted to scare the American people with an invasion, right? So they sent one of the spaceships that they were working on, right? A non-spiritual one that can actually crash. And this is back what? 47 Roswell. Right? Am I right? Okay? If that's right outside of Nazi Germany, 47. Right? Okay, so, I mean, if you know how to, if you've been studying folklore, right, then you know these things, right? But anyway, it doesn't matter whether they're real or not. It doesn't matter who's operating what matters is that in mainstream media, they got politicians telling bold-faced lies that you're supposed to believe. We're in bizarro. We're in the middle of bizarro world, so much so that it's crazy. Anyway, let me read this is Wisdom 5. Colossians. Again. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2. I'm going to start at 2 instead of at 1. We'll get back to 1 because 1 is what we're doing right now. We're standing in Great Bowl. Right? Week in and week out, in season and out. Must be out of season right now. It's raining. I did seek a little refuge so that the book will wither up. Anyway, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2. When they see it, all right, well, guess what? They're seeing it. They're seeing it right now, right? When they see it, right? I did a video the other day about a commercial. It's called Pirate Save or something, and it's like insurance. And so it's a little commercial. And in the commercial, this pirate comes out and there's a fucking spaceship beaming this lady up in a cow. And she's like, "Save me!" And the pirate says, "Here it is. The chariot is trying to save you, right?" And that's his devil thumbing his nose at what it means to be saved. Anyway, Wisdom of Solomon 5:2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. So what's going on right now, right? This story isn't going away, right? It's hilarious the way that they're presenting it and how they're actually dealing with it. You know, what they're trying to do. It's hilarious, right? Because it's Iran, right? It's a mother. Iran has a mothership. I'm like, you niggas are tripping right now, okay? You know that you have but a short time. So let's go back. When they see it, when they see what? When they see those chariots, like they're doing now, right? So, and not just in New Jersey, but in a lot of different places. Okay? Meaning what? You have to deal with that. Okay? So break out what you got and try what you can do to control the narrative until it just spills over. Until they're in every state. They're in 3 cities in every state. Well, the government doesn't have that many drones or whatever the fuck you want to try to call them or explain it away. Right? When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they looked for. Right now, they're tripping. They're tripping because they still don't know what this is. They don't know what it is. We're telling you exactly what it is. What is it, brother?
Right here.
No, what's going on in New Jersey?
Right here is going to be a stage.
I understand that. I'm a rocket. But I'm saying, what's going on in New Jersey with the things flying around in the sky?
I don't know, brother.
Are you Mexican?
Yes, I do.
You are? Okay, and here's my message, okay? God, you believe in God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, God has a chosen people above all other people. Do you know who those people are? Do you know who they are? Some people say the Jews, right? You ever heard that? God, his chosen people are the Jews, right? Well, the Jews are one of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel is God's chosen people. The Jews are only one tribe. Guess what? Another one of the tribes is. The Mexicans are the tribe of Issachar. One of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, God's chosen people. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you disagree? Is that a bad thing? No, it's a good thing. Okay, so what we're watching right now, right, with what's going on in the sky, that's God, right? The one they call Jesus, one they call God and the angels, that's them and them what they call UFOs. That's them. That's how they get around. This goes all the way back to the beginning. Okay? Now, the man right here, man on earth, he got his own UFOs. He got his stuff. So when one goes down, UFO crash, that's a man-made one. Because God, they don't crash. They don't. That's the angels and that's God and the one they call Jesus. That's it. They don't crash. So there's a parallel program going on. What they got to do is they got to try to fool you. See, the real ones, God and them, you know what they're doing? They're coming back to save his people. Jesus. The one they call Jesus, that ain't his real name, but when they describe him, they say his skin color. What color is my skin?
Bro.
Simple, huh? That's a trick question. But see, you were like this. When this nigga asked me what color my skin is, I'm gonna hit him. Boom, Brent. That's your spirit. You weren't tricked. See, a lot of us, I'll stand in front of a black guy. What color am I skin? Black, black, you black, you black, you black. You You know what I'm saying? Your spirit is resonating with what I'm saying right now. God called you over here to hear this. You're one of the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm one of the 12 tribes of Israel. We're both brown, clearly. I got that white woolly hair. Okay?
Right here too.
You understand? Okay, so that's describing our forefather.
It's a nice speech, but I need to go someplace else.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so that's God in them. Those UFOs coming to save us.
Thanks, brother.
The 12 tribes. All right, brother. Stay up on it. I'm out here. I'm out here. Nobody's supposed to run up on me. I'm over here at the stage. It's explaining what the stage is. I'm like, he got it though. I'll check you like this. What color is my skin? You say black, I'm like this. I'm done. I'm done. That's what they are. See? This was this gentleman was probably about 10 years older than myself. Ishikare had his work boots on. Apparently that's his truck right there ready to go. So I'm gonna go right back to wisdom. The strangeness of his salvation. Okay? Whose salvation? The one that stood so boldly. Okay? Who's that? They got some old signs that they used to use, right? And they got brothers going up in garments like this. They're getting beamed up, and one got a head of even got the head of This goes back a little ways, but reminds me of this garment anyway. But that's what we're talking about here. Okay. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as has afflicted him and made no account of his labor. When a black man reads that, he's like this, oh shit, that's fucking talking about me. Right? So, the Spirit speaks to, right? It goes to, my sheep hear my voice situation. So, it is what it is. Okay, so from there we're going to go back to Sega Desert, and we're going to go to 13 and look at this mountain, as in she'll be coming around the mountain. This is why every eye shall see, right? Second Ezra 13:1, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. All right, so on the 3rd and the 4th, this guy Cliff High said that there was going to be UFOs fighting against the military. Well, guess what? If you don't think that the military is trying to figure out how to control the airspace over New Jersey, you got another thing coming. All they can do at this point is laugh and say, don't worry about it, they ain't gonna hurt you. Which is very telling at the very least, okay? Oh, it's Iran. Here's why it can't be Iran. If Iran was flying around in U.S. airspace unabated, there would be nukes going off, right? So it's not Iran. It's not a mothership from Iran with some little fighter drones coming that can't be touched or apprehended in any way, right? Now, this voice that we're about to speak about are the weapon systems on. See, it's not just a vehicle, right? It's not just a vehicle. We're talking about an army. We're talking about God's army. Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai's army. So this vehicle, right, can cloak. What do you mean cloak? Like a chameleon, it can disappear, it can cloak, it can reappear. It has weapons. Why wouldn't it have weapons? Oh well, they're not dangerous. How is this nigga gonna say that they're not dangerous? Right? Here it is. You can't shoot them down. You can't control them. Right? They're running around free, willy-nilly, over your critical areas, your nuclear sites, your bomb sites, your military sites. These are critical, right? You got to do something. You have to defend that. You have to defend your military sites, Babylon. You can't just, wave that off. Hey, no, you're going to be all right. Don't worry about it. You can't do that. You have to engage that enemy and you have to get them up out of there, right? You have to prevent, you have to control your airspace, and you're not doing that. And you're trying to make it seem as though it's okay. Now that only means one of two things. Either that's you flying your shit, or you can't stop them, whatever it is that they're doing. Which one is it? It doesn't matter, okay? Because the word is going out. The energy, right, of UFOs and now you have to move, right? You're being forced to make a move. And the Most High got you, devil. And the moves that you're making are sloppy, is the point being, okay? What do you mean, Iranian mothership? Mothership means spaceship. Not some fucking carrier, right? Oh no, it's just a little Iranian frigate out there launching drones. No. It's a little Iranian frigate that these billion-dollar drones are coming off of in columns of 50. Like, no, something else is going on, right? Something else. As birds flying, right? Zechariah 5. Zechariah 5:1, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying room. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Now he's about to explain what their function is, what they do, right? And this is going back into antiquity, back in the ancient times. He's describing exactly the same apparatus, machinery, chariot, okay? He's explaining what we're seeing today. What were they looking up at 2,000 years ago? What was Michael looking up at? Observing it and then giving the dimensions of. telling you how big it is, and then telling you what their function is. Why are we reading that out of the Bible, right? And somehow nobody knows what the hell is going on in New Jersey. Okay? How is it that we're sitting here, been noising this abroad for years now, but nobody seems to know, right? Oh, well, what's going on in New Jersey? Or the difference between a drone and a sophisticated spiritual craft, right? If you can't tell the difference, first of all, you should know what your salvation consists of. You should know what your salvation consists of. What does your salvation consist of? Well, if I explained it in old school terms, it would go like this. You got to be abducted by aliens, right? Your salvation consists of UFOs, number one. So, don't you have to know which one you're going to allow to pick you up? You understand? And I don't mean allow to pick you up. I don't mean that. I mean, shouldn't you know a thing or two about UFOs? Shouldn't you know? So that when this devil comes with a campaign, right? This guy comes with a whole campaign that he's been laboring at for years on how to fool you, how to try to fake the second coming of Yahushua. He's been working on it, laboring at it. Now he's ready. He's ready. Okay, so everything you see, what do we see? What do the men of the Lord see? Here's what we see. Well, we see this devil reacting to something that he has no control over. Okay, he didn't try. Apparently, this New Jersey thing goes back like 6 years. So they've been juggling and keeping this shit under wrap for 6 years, and now it's to the point where okay, well now we got to switch tactics because now the shit as it grows exponentially, we have to go to phase Plan B or the last contingency, whatever you got, right? You're going there now. Oh, it's drones. No, it's not drones. Those fools are hitting right angles. Those are not drones. You're calling them drones. You're not calling them spaceships. One dude is saying, he's sitting there filming, he's going, that's not a drone. That's not a drone. That's a spaceship. That's what he said. He's sitting there filming. He said, that's not a drone. Look at that. That's not a drone. That's a spaceship. That's what he said. Now you calling spaceships drones. That's desperation. Iran mothership, that's desperation. You're a desperate ass devil right there. You're running. What seest thou? What seest thou? Revelation 12 and 12. Well, the devil's going to lie. The devil is like the Grinch. And the Grinch thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick. Revelation 12 and 12. Here's where we're at. We're at the UFO. What was that girl's name? Rosen. Carol Rosen. Carol Rosen, right? And the last card. This is what Werner von Braun used to tell me. Werner von Braun used to tell me, and the last card, Carol. The last card, Carol Rosen. The last card will be the alien card or the UFO card. Right? This is the last card. Right? According to von Braun. Right? The firmament guy. Right? Most High's handiwork, the firmament. through one last little nigga. Oh, but they let him send out one last little secret message. No, they did. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is coming down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. This devil, right, is making big mistakes. That was a big mistake. But see, we're in a time where there's a lot of people are afraid. They're scared. You can scare people, you can stampede people. If you understand H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds, right? If you understand that, they stampeded some motherfuckers back in the day, right? And that was a beta test to stampede your ass like they're about to do. Okay, what did Esau do? He faked a UFO alien invasion. Think he's not gonna do it again? What was the radio commentary? War of the Worlds, and they knew what they were doing. They were playing with that medium called radio, and they were able to spook and scare with that witchcraft, which medium is, right? They were able to spook and scare enough people to get some shit popping off, right? By faking an alien invasion. They already faked it. What was it, in the 40s or the 50s? They faked an alien invasion, right? Scared a bunch of people, right? They did that. That was the beta. Think they're not ready? Okay, now we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it to the next level. Blue beam. They have. This is what the Cliff High thing said. It predicted that this guy said that on the 3rd or the 4th of December, UFOs are going to be fighting against the military, right, in the sky. Which is straight out of the scripture, first of all. Let's point that out. But then he said this, that UFOs are going to be fighting UFOs. Okay, and how do you explain that through the spirit? Well, that would be man's aircraft fighting against, same thing. They just have saucer-shaped craft like the Most High and the angels do. That's all. That's a lot. Oh, that's cool. Got it. Cool. All right. Yeah, they just got saucer-shaped craft. That's it. So, and this is what the algorithm spit back. This guy had a computer program that apparently he was using for trading, day trading or whatever, the stock market. And somehow, this is what they say, which doesn't make any sense. Somehow, in the middle of telling you what stocks to trade, the computer jumped up and said, hey, on the 3rd and the 4th of December, there's going to be the war in heaven. Right? But see, the war in heaven is in the scriptures. And he didn't call it the war in heaven. He called it UFOs are going to be fighting against the military. Now, is that going on? Here's the question. Is that going on? Well, according to it's coming out that they've been fighting against the military in New Jersey for the last 6 years. Why are we just hearing about this now? It's going to come out, right, later, that they've been over there fighting for or covering shit up. That's what they do, is cover things. Here's the question: why are they pushing it in the mainstream media? Okay? They're pushing it. Why? I'll read it again. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. The devil is the so-called white man. All right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, who is the so-called white man, the devil, right? And his rulership is coming to an end. Okay? His time is up. Right? So because of that, he's desperate. He's making wrong moves, desperate moves. And I mean, when you say that Iran has a mothership, you're implying that that's a spaceship, that these space drones are coming on. Mothership, a drone mothership. What kind of mothership? Explain yourself. I got information from up top, from a very, very, very reputable source, that Iran has a mother, that somehow Iran has enough firepower to infiltrate the U.S. They don't need no nukes. Nigga, we don't need nukes. We can infiltrate the U.S. whenever we want to. We roll right up into New Jersey. Nigga, look. I don't even know what goes on in Jersey. We're on the boardwalk. Look, we flying drones on the boardwalk, nigga. Shit. So you're in the middle of this war. What are you going to do about that? Okay. Oh no, don't worry about the drones. That's the war. And what is it called? It's called the war in hell. That implies that there's a war going on somewhere. Okay? Well, there's a war going on right here on ground zero. Babylon the Great. Jake, you better wake the hell up, nigga. You're on the battlefield getting choked out and don't know no better. They promoting it in your face. Look, kill the niggers. Go now. That's a big old rallying cry. You show a white boy strangling the fuck out of a nigga with a glazed look in his eye, he can't. Let's take these niggers down now. That's going down. That is going down. Anyway. Let's get the mountain. I kind of did this last week too, but it calls for it, you know. It calls for the chariots, man. The vibration of the chariots is and they're able to misdirect it right now because nobody's paying attention. Revelation 1 and 7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so all know. His chariot is going to be a huge mountain. And why are they going to wail? They're going to wail because they're scared. Technicals here. What's going on? What is it? Here we go. Come on. There you go. Slovakia. Book of Psalm 104 and 1. Bless the Lord, O my soul, O Lord, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with majesty. Salah. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. You coverest thyself with light as with a garment. You stretchest out the heavens like a curtain. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters. Who maketh the clouds his chariot. Who walketh upon the wings of the wind. And it's spiritual, right? Again, if you don't understand the spiritual language, there's nothing. And people don't understand, as we begin more and more to walk in the Spirit, guess what? The people around you, their carnality really begins to show. They don't know it, and then you pick up and you're like, oh shit, oh man, it's bad. It's bad, and then you're like, okay. And really that's the Most High bringing this thing to a close. This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 4. I'm going to go straight at 14. 1 Corinthians 2 and 14, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. See, you start walking in the Spirit, all right? And stop walking in the flesh, then the people around you, you can see how fleshly they are. And they can't hide it, even though they may be trying to hide it, right? Certain things that you say, right, you pick up on. He that is walking in the Spirit, he picks up on carnal things that, you know, when you have been in this matrix for as long as I have, you know what the hell is going on. We're at the end right now. We're at the culmination of all this fucking wickedness. And guess what? I've seen a lot of it, right? So I know what it is. I know how it works. I know how it comes together, right? And now that I'm walking in the Spirit, guess what? I'm like, oh shit. Damn. I see that. I don't want to see it, but I see it. Damn. Right? And that's just the Most High, right? The Most High wants to shake shit up, and he's doing it. So, it's that walking in the Spirit thing. I'm going to read this again. All right? Start at 12. 1 Corinthians 2 and 12. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of the Most High, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High. Being able to walk in the Spirit. Which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Ghost teaches, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. So, here's what I'm saying. When you're walking in the Spirit, you see carnality. You're like this. The people around you are like this. They might say something, right? But then, in the Spirit, you see that as, oh, I know what that means. Because your spirit won't allow you to say what you should be saying. You're going to say what your spirit will allow you to say. And with this spiritual discernment, I can pick up on that and say, oh, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Right? So, really the jig is up. And as we move closer and closer to the end, that veil is being lifted, right? And the sheep and the goats are being separated, and the whole thing, Everything that was done in the dark is going to come to the light. The whole thing. It is what it is. And what you got to do is just fucking don't give a fuck about that and keep it moving, man. We're just too close for dumb shit and being led into the ditch. Right now, he's supposed to be doubling down, getting ready to walk the 25-mile death march, right? I'm gonna drop that right there. So, just like to be able to tell a real chariot from a man-made chariot, or even a drone, right? When I was a kid, right, we were different. We played with rockets. These little rockets, you shoot them up. I'd have the airplane, and we're flying this fucking airplane on the string and remote control. We were different. And we lived near a little airport, private airport. They had Cessnas and Beechcraft and little private planes way back in the 70s, right? So as they would fly over, we'd be out at the school. We're kids. We're 8, 10. And whatever plane would fly by, that's mine. That's my Cessna. That's my twin prop, right? That's my Learjet. We call it out. So, always looking up in the sky and identifying what kind of airplane is it. And then when you go to the military, right? You go in as an infantryman, they teach you these things. They teach you how to identify different sounds, what an AK sounds like. Different than a AR, right? What's the difference? What's the difference in sound of an AR and an AK? What does a 60 sound like? What does a 50 cal sound like? You gotta know what different weapons sound like. Well, we're not going that way. I hear the 60. Right? And then you gotta identify tanks. You gotta identify aircraft. So when you see a chariot, right? A chariot moves. Chariot does what it wants. It doesn't live by, if you will, the carnal rule. It's not a carnal thing. Okay? And your spirit, when you see it, and you understand what you're seeing, these are the angels. Okay? So how dare these devils, right, see these spiritual chariots, these spiritual craft, and try to reduce it down to a damn drone? I'm like, fucking devils. Fucking devil, man. But, hey, here we are. This devil got very, very little time left. So just get to the morbidity of it. Get to the morbidity. All right? Come down like come down like the devil. Come down like you come down having great wrath. There's another one. is 2nd Ezra 13 and 29. 13 to 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And that's what we're dealing with right now. All of that is in play right now. Used to be able to hold back on the realm part, but guess what? If those are indeed the angels, and I've seen some video of what I believe to be the angels in some instances, all of that is going on right now. Okay, it's going on right now. The chariots are here, man. And see, here's the thing: it's not gonna diminish. It's not gonna go away. It's not gonna taper down. It's gonna expand until it has to be dealt with. So that's gonna. What is that gonna do? It's gonna force this devil's hand. That's what it means. Okay, that he hath but a short time. Okay, he knows that if he doesn't, he thought he had more time, but now he has to go to the contingency. He has to call an audible. 12 and 12. Okay. That's what this means in 12 and 12. It says, having great, it says, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He knows that his plans, right, for the New World Order need more time, but he sees the Most High moving on him. He sees what's going on in Jersey. That's a big front in what? The war in heaven. It's going on. Okay? And as these other fronts open up, you have to consider. See, people don't know what's going on. They're speculating. I'm speculating. We don't know. This could be the devil launching a blue beam. This could be a mixture of both. Not exactly sure. We have to sit back and wait. But all of it is good because it's not going away. Right? It has to be. It's part of the equation. Just like the war. Right? Whatever part of it is. World War III, it's not going away. That has to be dealt with now. That's part of regular everyday life, World War III. Okay? If it's in your town, that's what it is. It ain't going nowhere until the very end. Same thing with these chariots. They're not going away. They have to be dealt with. Okay? And what is that war going to cause? It's going to cause trade embargoes. It's going to cause trade failure. It's going to cause the supply chain. How things, niggas sitting there waiting for what's that little delivery service? Amazon. Nigga waiting for Amazon. Amazon ain't gonna have shit to deliver here in a minute. Okay? And then everything's gonna be about I'm hungry and I need some damn food. Here's that famine. Then it's gonna be about they're trying to eat me. Then it's every man for himself. How do I save my life? We're this close to that. Okay, what happens? Listen, what happens during world wars? Well, we can ask the Japanese. The answer would be concentration camps. See, and it is what it is. The Nazis. Ask the Nazis. Well, what do you do during a war? Well, you set up these camps. So you think that there's not camps set up right now for dissidents and people, right? People that we deem right? What did they do to the Japanese? They rounded their ass up because hey, you might try to pull some shit, right? Well, hell, what the hell do you think Rex 84 and King Alfred is? Well, you niggas might try to rise up, so we got to put you over here. We got to warehouse you. And by the way, put the C here, right? That's the time we're in the time of concentration. World War, got to have a concentration camp, got to be around the corner. See? And when I say around the corner, I mean take 5 steps that way. Not they're almost here. No, they're here. Question is when they throw your ass head first into them. Okay? Now, how do you deal with that as a mentor? Well, what if they throw you in there? I'm like this. If they do, I'm like this. Oh, I might get some spiritual. So, hey, you got to count that all joy. If you understand what is going on, if you understand what you're involved in, okay? So the times that we're in are very, very interesting, is the point being made. Right? The point being made. Train. Point being made, train. A little soggy. It's soggy out here officially. Hey, soggy is cool compared to outright wet and cold. Cold and wet. Woo. I remember them days. Slut. First Peter 4 and 7. First Peter 4 and 7, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Hey man, we're just too close. We're too close to be man. Oh yeah. Now. Anyway. Yeah. We're too close to be taking your eye off the ball right now, man. Because here come the tests. Right? Here come the tests. Your woman is going to cheat on you. She's going to break up with you. Or the Most High is going to make you break up with her. We'll go your separate ways right now. Right? In the middle of Jacob's trouble. And has Jacob's trouble officially broke yet? What's today? 11 or the 12th? Okay. Well, there's still another 12 days. 12, another 15 days, right? 12. Shit. Right? 15 or so days left. Anything could happen, man. And especially with this New Jersey UFO flap, right? Especially with that, they got to do something. They let that bull-faced lie that Iran has a mothership. Got to do something. Get on that lie. Reel that one back in. Set something else up. That wasn't good enough. That was a misstep. Go deal with that, right? They're dealing with that now. So that ain't going nowhere. And if it is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the angels, then what? What? And they're going to keep that alive and well, keep it fresh in the air? Shit. We're watching this thing. We're watching the end game, right? The end of all things is at hand. Therefore, be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Paraphrase. Salah. So anyway, yeah. It is what it is. The chariots are here, man. How do we get out of here? The chariots. Well, they're here. Pretty simple. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Book of Philippians. Look. Yeah. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right? So, I'm going to leave it right there. You got to know what your salvation consists of. It consists of spaceships, tractor beams, pilgrimage, right? Basically living on the run. So get ready for the adventure, all right? With that, we hope that the elect will edify your brothers and few sisters. Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word and truth and the sincerity, the hopeful like tabernacle of David, the Aquat that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000, 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom and salutations to you all. Shalom.